In case you're just joining us, this is MBC News. First, a reminder of our top stories. Women challenged to take a leading role in supporting their fellow women in need. Over 3 million people redeem farm inputs under the Affordable Input Program. And in international news, several people killed in a power plant attack in Ukraine. An initiative to replenish Malawi's national tree, the Mulanje Cedar, is gaining momentum. In the past 3 years, some women living around the Mulanje Massif have planted at least 920,000 Mulanje cedar trees and have vowed to continue with the initiative until the cedar is fully restocked. Kondwani Chinede has a special report.
Members of Makolera Cedar Nazare in Palombe meet every Wednesday to tend to cedar tree seedlings they have planted. They are on a mission to replace the Mulanje cedar, which almost vanished some years ago due to wanton illegal logging. This is an exercise they have been undertaking for the past 3 years. Fanny Nabanga is chairperson of Makolera Cedar Nazare.
If we do not take care of the environment, we are threatening the future of our children and that of Malawi. We are encouraging everyone to take care of the environment. Let us plant trees. Even around our homes, we should plant trees.
Makolera is one of the 8 groups in Mulanje and Palombe that are replenishing the cedar, a high-value timber tree unique to Mulanje mountain. Owing to its high value, the tree has suffered massively to illegal logging, so much that currently you can hardly find a fully grown cedar tree in the massif. These groups, which interestingly have more women representation than men, reproduce the cedar tree seedlings, which are then taken up the mountain for planting. This is done with support from Mulanje Mountain Conservation Trust, MMCT, which among others works in collaboration with the Forest Research Institute of Malawi, FREM, and We Forest, a multinational organization working in 12 countries globally. Tokozani Chikapa is We Forest Field Manager. She is encouraged that communities have embraced the initiative.
The community have accepted the initiative positively, and a lot of people are also involved in the cedar planting because they also feel that there is no cedar. Actually, all the cedar that were there are all gone, and the ones that are there is the ones that MMCT has been restoring for the past years. So yeah, we have quite a lot of people that are involved in this project.
A United Nations environmental program fact sheet titled Investing in Forests to Build Back Better and Greener of October 2020 says forests can create millions of green jobs to boost rural economies and provide long-term sustainable growth. Makolera Cedar Nazare members can testify to this.
Most members of the group had grass-thatched houses. Now they have iron sheet-roofed houses. Others have bought bicycles. Others are even paying school fees for their children. Others have bought livestock. So there are benefits in reproducing cedar.
District Forestry Officer for Mulanje, Eric Mbingwani, is impressed with the women's passion towards cedar restoration on Mulanje Mountain. He recalls that cedar damage began in 2010, attributing the loss to a conflict between communities and his office. Mbingwani commends the women for planting and caring for the newly planted cedar trees. He says his office encourages women representation in environmental conservation.
We always try our best that whenever we are doing our activities in Mulanje, we do not forget the women. So the engagement of the women is that whenever we are raising the seedlings, the women are taking part in that, and even at planting and even protecting the trees, the women are always taking part. And we're happy to report that almost over 50% of the people who do the forest restoration activities are women.
Traditional Authority Chikumbu of Mulanje says she is satisfied that women are at the helm of restoring cedar, appealing for protection and care for the planted trees until they mature.
We want cedar to be back on the mountain of Mulanje. Cedar has been cut down by the people who were just cutting down carelessly. But now we want Cedar to be back on Mulanje Mountain. And now we want to put strict measures on Mulanje Mountain so that the cedar we are planting now should be at least cared for.
MMCT Programs Environmental Education and Communications Officer Kondwani Chamala says this project deliberately pushes for a 60% women representation in each Cedar Nazare grouping.
Most of the groups are composed of women, and the women are taking a leading role because most of the economic opportunities around the mountain goes to men. So having the Cedar nurseries around the mountain and then women taking part, to them it is a better way of economically improving themselves. But also we see women are much more dedicated to this kind of work. They're able to go up the mountain 6 hours, even spending night there to make sure that they plant the cedar, taking care of it, and then they want to see it growing.
MCT, We Forest, traditional leaders and the district forestry office have managed to elevate women to lead in the restoration of cedar on Mulanje Mountain. But to achieve the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals on environment, there is a need for increased funding and a political will towards environmental sustainability. This would help strengthen community involvement so that such cedar restoration initiatives can be replicated in other areas across the country. Kondwani Chinere, MBC News.